Alright, this one's go. Man said for deportation argues that Jamaican thugs would kill him. Yeah, and he can't. He sends where this is going to go. A Jamaican man currently appealing his deportation order from the UK is claiming that he returned to Ireland's life in danger as notorious gangsters want him dead. Yeah, so that yeah, which is pretty much going to get insight as the kind of person he was and how what kind of life he led. I mean, not assuming, but you know it goes. So the man's from a corporate area community with one of the most murderous police divisions. So they withholding his identity because I think when he gets deported and he makes headlines, yeah, very soon after though that they're going to be finding his body somewhere. I'll not disclose how long the man has been away from Jamaica where they had committed a crime in the UK. Solicitors acting on his behalf say his main concern was the safety if he returned to Jamaica. The man was spared from a $64 million UK Home Office deportation flight that landed in Ireland last Wednesday with 7 Jamaicans abroad. Significant cut from the 90 original earmarked for the trip. UK Home Office has maintained that persons set for removal are convicts, some of who have been in prison for more than 12 months and some were stayed and refused to leave of their own accord. The man's wife was from those impoverished communities in Jamaica with a high history of high gang and criminal violence. Though he may not have to return to said community, which is an argument that UK Home Office may pursue, their fears that the reach of gangsters who want him dead is measurable, people fighting his behalf say. The solicitors argue that in his next hearing that nowhere in Jamaica is safe for a client as per their instructions, meaning that I think once he drops a road that some people, or once people find out, hey, it's so and so from where, it doesn't matter where he goes, especially some people wherever recognize him. Yeah, that's pretty much, yeah, he's pretty much has a target on his back. The latest statistics from the JCF show that there are 379 gangs in Jamaica. Of this number, 262 are considered active gangs, which it reflects an increase of 5% over 2019, 2 years ago. Minister of National Security Dr. Ross Chan has consistently said that gang violence is a primary factor for rising murder rate. As of August 11, Jamaica recorded 866 murder, 9% increase year on year. Chan has also informed Parliament that the corporate area continues to account for the largest proportion of gangs, and he underscored that they enjoy the strong backing of some communities, as well as some politicians in both parties. But Chan is never going to say that out loud, to be honest. The police areas number 4, which comprises Kingston Western, Kingston Central, blah blah blah. And the rest of it is going to statistics about gangs. So that's not the court. So don't stress to know that the guy, they're not naming who he is. They didn't say, okay, this is so and so, that so and so that is making these claims. Now, I don't know the dude, but I think first indicated, and I could be wrong in assumptions, but it's more likely that when he said that a lot of gangs want to kill him, meaning that he probably snitched, was informed on some people, probably some gang leaders, and his people loyal to him, to that gang leader or those people he snitched on, pretty much want him there. Because this story is so familiar to this one the Jamaican guys who helped to get Dodos locked up, and even he said that even though Zebra is a criminal, by the way, who basically said that when he returned to Jamaica and he was deported or he visited, that the whole bunch of people wanted to take him out at every turn. I wouldn't be surprised that this guy probably was involved in some stuff. I don't know, or maybe he was a good Samaritan who decided that, hey, I'm going to do the right thing and get some thugs, some criminals who are danger locked up and not charged, locked up and removed off the streets. That could be the other story. I mean, like they're not giving the specifics, but obviously it's most likely that it has to do with him probably informing on some certain dangerous people or person, and those loyal to that person or people pretty much want him taken out. That is the zest of I'm getting, but again, I don't know who this guy is. I can't say, but that sounds like when say that thugs want to kill him. That's usually when they say that, hey, I turned on some people, whether or not I was a fellow criminal or I was a good Samaritan, that would not keep my mouth shut, and I turn evidence on certain people. As a result, yeah, they want my proverbial scalp, as I say. So that is what I'm. Now it's good that it's interesting. I said they're not naming his name or giving his ID, because I think they're still trying to get him. They are trying to get him fight with it, not to make sure he doesn't. That his worst nightmare doesn't come through. So we're interested to see how that turns out, but Thing I like to this deportation things. A lot of the cases, just these countries say, "Hey, we're just going to just dump whoever on dump these people back in Jamaica." I mean, some are generally innocent, harmless people who got a bad break. This is not meant for you guys. I mean, I'm not really denigrating you people. That set of people who get dipped. But then there are the other side of that coin is that yeah, these are some riffraff and some dangerous people who unfortunately help to contribute to the crime when they come back. And yeah, I'm not. Bear in mind, we already have our domestic criminals and so on. But when you bring these criminals who from back overseas who did nothing but bad things overseas, yeah, they help to really add to the problem right there. And yeah, I'm not going to denigrate all deportees. There's that dangerous element out there, and the fortunate thing is that they're just basically saying, okay, we don't want this people in our country, so we're going to dump you back. And Jamaicans, whichever party support, does have the spine to say, no, they became your problem. Leave us out. We already have our own problems, but they ain't going to say no to the empire, unfortunately. And the thing is that they don't really find a way to keep tabs on some of these individuals who are dangerous, or even try and rehabilitate the ones who can be rehabilitated. And hence the mess we're in. Well, the continual mess that we keep finding ourselves in. But that's pretty much my gist in this story. So this is for State of Jamaica in the Caribbean. Check out my YouTube pages, Miles Gusson Fern, Azure Productions, Real Thoughts and Miles. Happy to do.